Experience, the Tezca pick. Golden Boots coming out here. This has to be such a strong neutral game coming out from Red Team right now. The double Lukes up against each other. Gauntlets galore every which way you look. The Boots might struggle against that Spear, though. I think that's the #1 opposition we have to be looking out for. But right away, nearly proving us wrong. Already off stage, Experience playing a dangerous game with those Gauntlets. Gets back onto the ground, playing for the pseudo ledge guard there. Anime with the Nair, though, keeping the Boots at bay.
Now, so far, not too much happening. Of course, both of these teams, they probably know each other. They've probably fought each other in a ranked or in isolation. All of them know how they play. They're just trying to feel it out here, trying to see what they can get going for themselves before they really start formulating tactics here and going ham.
Yeah, right now, Experience on that Tezca, high up into the sky, taking a wealth of damage, and so is Wubz. It's anyone's game right now. Good desig though, seemingly out of nowhere. Maid though, a wealth of damage also applied, but Anime has yet to find any sort of combat, really. Oh no, but as I say that, Experience sending them way far away, barely makes it back onto the stage. Anime resets though, back down into the battle, unable to really find a whole lot of ground.
Still, I feel like before we saw a game that was just a battle of positioning and maneuvering. Before that, we saw full-on chaos. I feel like this is the middle ground. Very balanced gameplay, all of the players trying to make the best, break down all of these interactions. Actually, I might have to scratch that as Experience is able to find that knockout.
What a great turnaround there. Seeing an opportunity, taking it out. Wubz, though, very lit on that first stock, was able to go for an overextension like that, and it was okay. Still keeping things at bay. Anime now deep red on this first stock. Wasn't finding much combat in the beginning of this game. Now, losing that Spear, trying to be that controlling factor with the Nairs, keeping Wubz at least from flying away too much. You have to wonder, though, when are the Battle Boots going to find an exceptional play here? Because they've only been wrapping up that chip damage.
Been racking up that chip damage quite well, though. An Experience with that massive string off the top. Wubz probably, his heart rate is probably ungodly high, but Anime will be able to save him, only for him to get hit yet again, and Wubz cannot catch a break. Anime with the revenge, though. That has to be one of the most massive signature attacks in this entire tournament so far.
Beautiful work from Anime, still holding on to that second stock, keeping that Spear alive. Wubz up into the air, recognizes a full stock deficit compared to their teammate, needs to play slower, allow an opportunity maybe for Anime to catch them in terms of stocks, or just chip away the damage of Experience and Maid. Offstage once again though, the Blasters finding those Nairs, Maid overextends, can't quite find the gauntlet hit, the Stairs don't connect, and Anime's there for the ledge guard.
Anime trying to play calmly and collected on the Spear, trying to get as much chip damage as possible. Wubz is just trying to get away. He knows that he is just a couple of mistakes away from giving Anime this 1v2 situation.
It's a close battle. Anime falls, leaving Wubz temporarily in that 1v2. No one's able to connect any hits though. It's gonna be, just barely Wubz escaping. No punish from Maid, choosing to keep their life instead of going for an over-aggression attack there.
Wubz has been doing such a good job at sustaining the stock for so long. You see Experience is trying to hunt him down. He knows that this stock needs to go, and it needs to go right now. They're not able to find as much damage as they need to, Keg. They're not able to find these knockouts. If they don't find it soon, this is starting to look grim for them.
Oh, great 2v1 combo there. Anime with the signature sending Experience away. The Tezca pick falls first. It's up to Maid now. In the midst of that 1v2, maybe try to find that chip damage away from Anime, but Wubz, unbelievably damaged on that final stock, but it doesn't matter. The side air is there from bait from Anime. It's game #1 going in Anime and Wubz' favor.
Now, I don't think we have graphs here, but if we did have graphs for the stocks that were being played, Wubz' last stock would be chunky, Keg.
Oh yeah. I mean, you could say that for both Anime and Wubz. Anime didn't lose that first stock, and until we started seeing Maid and Experience start toying around with that final stock line quite a bit. And even then, it was just Anime kind of not able to find a recovery off the stage. So really good preservation of stocks here. Experience moving away from the Tesca pick, now back over to the Onyx. We move away from Battle Boots over to the Cannon. I think this is a great adjustment for a stage like APOC, especially with the offstage play that Experience like to go for. There's a lot more safety room here.
Okay.
And we're already seeing it come out. Wubz so far off stage. The Gaul is just barely managing to get back on, and Experience is targeting him still. Just racking up that damage. One signature away. 20 seconds in from losing the first.
Experience is going ham on this cannon right now, and nobody is safe from his wrath as he's able to find and pick up so many strings here. You see, he's already looking for more of them, trying to float in the air, waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike. Anime and Wubz are probably stressed out from encounters like that.
Oh, they may very well be, but Experience doesn't have that vertical mobility, that recovery like you do on Tesca, even if it's not by much of a difference. Experience falls. And Maid soon to follow. That's not good for Red Team. They had such a strong lead, and now Anime holding on to that first stock.
Experience, are you kidding me?
Wubz! Experience! Everybody off stage, and there's barely any survivors.
The double knockout onto the offstage. First with the gauntlets, the ground pound to catch them off guard, and then with the unarmed. What an instrumental play to put them into the lead here and potentially evening out the set if they are able to run away with it. As Experience is still on that cannon, they have that stock lead. Now they're just trying to keep it going for as long as possible, Keg.
Wubz is playing such a dangerous game, just goading out Experience to keep playing off stage. The blasters to counteract. The cannon now looking maybe the setup for recovery, but it's not there. Maid is preventing that from happening, also playing off stage. In the meantime, these 1v1s, they convert. Anime good to take down Experience, but really all eyes should be on Wubz.
Dangerous situation for Wubz here, but we already know the ability that Wubz has at sustaining his last stock. He's a master at doing this, Keg. Experience is gonna get stuck in that 2v1 combo though. His last stock could have been short-lived, but Maid came back and was able to intercept the combo.
Anime with the coverage up above. Great signature to eliminate potentially Experience's final stock, but no. Cannon's there to save the day. And it's just chaos again. We talked about how we probably see less chaos in this matchup, but this is not a happy medium anymore, Polly. This is just everywhere, all at once, just chaos around, but the recovery sends Wubz away. Anime potentially to soon follow across the stage. And they're only with a ledge left.
A very, very possible 1v2 situation, but Experience and Maid are getting closer and closer to closing it out. The dodge and the recovery, it's enough to touch, but it doesn't matter. Maid is able to find the KO either way.
I mean, where do we begin with that set, or with that game, I should say? Experience swapping from Tesca to the Onyx, unbelievable adjustment. The cannon found so much impact the first, 15 seconds straight up just targeting Wubz, eliminating that first stock. I want to see the graph of Wubz's first stock in this game, because it didn't last very long, but there was a lot of longevity for those final two. If I'm Anime and Wubz right now, I am straight up targeting Experience as much as I can going into this third game. Because you cannot let that cannon run free.
Also a matter of disrupting Maid, right? Because if you are able, I mean, what is a 2v2 player without their teammate? If you don't have your teammate there to pressure the enemies, to make them make bad decisions, and to be able to sweep in there and to claim the prize for yourself, Anime and Wubz, I don't know what they've got cooking, but I think they're gonna need to shut down. I mean, I think they're gonna need to shut down either Maid or Experience, but you know, that kind of goes without saying.
This is an interesting choice to go over to Lions, because up until now, we've only been seeing Apocalypse from these two teams, and it hasn't been too often where we've seen a player go all the way under the stage to escape some sort of offstage option, but now there's zero possibility on Lions. Plus, even if you overextend offstage like all of these players love to do, you have that small little curved ledge that can have some wild accelerated options with different angles to pop you away. So this could be a really bad opportunity to play off stage this time, and it might force somebody like Experience, who's been finding a lot of benefit off stage, to play almost exclusively on stage, at least until the end stock.
Looks like Experience disagrees with you as he immediately goes for that ground pound on the offstage. Wubz is able to keep it in the air after that, but now both players finding themselves stuck on the offstage. Wubz actually committing to it one more time. They're able to push both of them off, Kick.
Yeah, but there's that hesitancy. By now already in the last 2 games, we would have seen a lot more offstage play, but this is strictly neutral. A lot more blasters being present from Maid, swaps back over to the gauntlets, and there it is, experience the overextension, the Nair is out, and Anime, someone who was always the last on losing that first stock, the first to go down.
Maid finds that end light onto Wubz. You already see Maid has his target locked in, but Wubz is able to get back up, throwing out that side sig, going from the other side of the stage to line that up, catch Experience while off his guard. Now onto the blasters as well. So far, Experience and Maid in a small lead here, but I would definitely consider it fragile.
Yeah, the pendulum swing could go back in the blue team's favor at any moment now. Wubz, the only one daring consistently to play off stage right now. Cannon's back in play, but at what cost? It's a Sair for a Sair, and Anime's good to confirm at least one for red team. Experience with that cannon, great opportunity found, makes it back on, but without a cost? No, maybe not. The Dare should have confirmed the stock, but no. Now Wubz in the Piranha Pit might very well suffer, but they managed to escape.
A great effort from Anime Spear, but he wasn't able to close those stocks out. They will go down eventually though, but they are looking damaged here, and they are getting stuck in chaos at the center of the stage with Wubz coming out with red HP here. Anime and Wubz, this is going to be a difficult stock to play out for them.
But this is also the most even game we've seen thus far in this set. Again, it really comes down to whoever loses this next stock. It's not going to look good, but it's made the fall. Blue team not too far behind either.
Oh, and Experience wants to commit here. I already know it. Experience, he loves committing off stage, but he's not able to find that knockout. Now going over to the edge guard, and both players are able to make it back. Side sig will catch Wubz though, that's gonna take him out, and Anime won't be able to do much before he's thrown into the air as well.
Experience is biding their time, looking for an opportunity to punish. Both Lukes in the air, no recoveries found. Good for Anime on the ledge guard. Experience makes their way back onto the stage. Anime still trying to confirm this next stock against Experience. Individual 1v1s, finds the punish yet again. Anime stuck into the air, but it's Experience the fall first.
Incredibly even all throughout here, but Anime does have that extra stock. He has that wiggle room to go bonkers onto Experience here with this spear. You see him, he's floating across the stage, getting these aerial hits, but now Wubz is stuck in this 1v2, has to try and remain neutral, but he is gonna take a couple of blows.
The recovery doesn't find much. Wubz tries to go for the recovery of their own to punish against Maid. Double gauntlets in the air. Anywhere you go, there's always an opportunity to get punished. Experience tries to go for that ledge guard. It's unable to work though. Wubz biding their time for the weapon spawn to come out, leaving Anime in this very devastating 1v1 with the cannon up against them. They lose the gauntlets, they throw the weapon to try to help out their teammate, but they still fall. It's up to Anime now. They're the last one left. They may be an airbender, but they're still the last avatar. We'll have to find out what happens next. Biding their time, Anime stays on top of the platform, really just baiting out these gravity cancel sigs that Experience is bringing out. And now it's just a stalling game.
He's chilling, dude. He's chilling. He's waiting for Maid or Experience to make the first mistake.
They're looking for punishes exclusively. And there it is! No, they dropped down!
Out. Oh, it's going to be a hit though! There's no misses coming out. There's no misses for Anime to capitalize off of, because as soon as there's an attack, it connects with him. Sair coming out with the cannon. Maid is looking for the confirmation. He has the gauntlets in hands. I smell the weapon throws, and it's gonna be Experience. Just throwing it over and over and over again.
But the follow-up from Experience doesn't connect. But there it is! A little delay, but there at last! I gotta say, Paulie, maybe I'm a little biased, I'm not sure. That might be the single best game you and I have covered this time around for championships for 2v2s. That singular game. We had a little bit of everything. Early stock takedowns, the stalls, the punishes, the reads. Literally anything you could ask for a 2v2 professional match, we got it in that one singular game. And with no adjustments, we're going to another one.
No adjustments indeed. Anime and Wubz confident in their ability. To be fair, Anime and Wubz, all of the time that Experience and Maid have been able to defeat Anime and Wubz, they have been fairly close. They know that they are just those X amounts of mistakes from taking it over them. And I feel like one of the very interesting parts about how they're playing this is the end game, because usually we see Anime having one more stock than Wubz, and you know, you could debate about this forever, but when you have one more stock than your teammate, you have to ask yourself, do I go aggressive so that, you know, I'm able to do more damage and we're able to have the same amounts of stocks and we don't get stuck in a 1v1, or do I try and tank it for the 1v2? It's a really difficult decision, and so far, Anime has gone for those, you know, long 2v1 situations.
Yeah, absolutely, and I agree with you. I think the big question right now, if you're experiencing Maid, is can you recognize that and can you punish and target Anime more specifically in Game 4?
Or Wubz,
and so,
for that 2v1.
True, absolutely. But so far the answer is yes. Anime has been targeted quite a bit. Heavy on that third stock. Wubz actually not too far behind. More centered towards offstage than we had seen in the last Lions matchup here. That seems like Maid experience giving themselves more room. Play more for these 2v1 combos. And even the 2v2 combos working defiantly in their favor. Wubz falls. And this is such a strong start for the red team that's desperately needed.
A dangerous situation for Anime, as he has been offstage for longer than the time itself. He is able to finally get back up, only to get thrown back into the air as well.
Oh,
Experience
no.
going down though, and this is a 2v1 situation. They managed to get a small 2v2 combo, but they're not able to close it out.
Yeah, this is risky right now. Anime and Blue, despite what I said in the last game, they're opting more to play off stage. I think they feel like they have more comfortability there. We haven't seen Maid play a lot off stage. It's been mostly, experience.
Maid still having all three of their stocks and the gauntlets in hand. We've said it time and time again, you cannot trust someone that has an extra stock and gauntlets. They can do anything, King.
They really can. They're not afraid to go for those overextensions off stage, and we might be seeing it here, but no. Maid in the process loses it, barely avoids the recovery punish from Wubz. And there's a weapon. Maid's opting not to go for it, instead playing unarmed, just waiting for another one to come closer. D-Sig doesn't connect, and Wubz getting punished by that in the process. Almost joining up Anime in that final stock quadrant.
Very, very clean 2v2 combo onto Experience to get him very damaged here. If they're able to get that stock off of him, that would be massive. Wubz managed to knock away Maid, but in the process, Anime gets stuck underneath. Both players now on their last stock, and Anime is looking damaged here, Keg. Is he even going to be able to make it back up? He's trying to stall for as much time as possible.
Oh no, the Nair against your teammate, saving somebody that's drowning, and the immediate punish was there from Experience. All that's left now is Wubz. Either this or the lower bracket. 4 stocks against them, and the punish is there! Sends Wubz up into the sky. They make the comeback here. 1 recovery alleviates at least a little bit before they come back. It's Experience to go down.
It's all up to Wubz now. In
No
an
shot.
almost unplayable situation, and there it is. Experience and Maid are going to be 3-stocking Anime and Wubz and finishing off the set 3-1, putting them in the winners finals against Cutie and Dog.
What a great series. Again, that game 3 was one of my favorite games I think I've ever commentated there for 2v2s. We had a little bit of everything. The action, the suspense, the drama was there, but I gotta